Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Jesus entered the synagogue. And there was a man there who had a withered hand. They watched Jesus closely to see if he would cure him on the Sabbath, so that they might accuse him. He said to the man with the withered hand, "Come up here before us." Then he said to the Pharisees, "Is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath rather than to do evil, to save life rather than to destroy it?" But they remained silent, looking around at them with anger and grieved at their hardness of heart. Jesus said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and his hand was restored. The Pharisees went out and immediately took counsel with the Herodians against him to put him to death. The Gospel of the Lord. Again, good morning to all of you. It's nice to be back. In the first reading, in that famous encounter between David and Goliath, we might tend to focus on the main three characters. On Saul, who fears for David in his youth and lack of military training to face such a fearsome warrior as Goliath. And then there's Goliath, all full of himself and his power and his strength and his contempt for David, because he saw in him nothing more than some uppity teenager daring to speak with such arrogance at him. At least that's how he saw it. And David, who knowing he was young, untrained, inexperienced, nevertheless had a profound trust in the Lord. He knew, he saw, he felt, and he remembered every way in which the Lord had made himself present to him, how he had saved him from danger, how he was indeed his only shield, his only weapon, and that it was God alone, not the sword, not the military training, not the height or weight or any other external feature that would give him strength, but God. And so God is truly the primary character in this particular passage. And we are challenged, all of us, in those moments where we face fearsome difficulties and challenges, when we face pain and sorrow and loss, when we are challenged by enemies of the Lord who question us and mock us and ridicule us, when our own family members sometimes express their doubt, if not their contempt, for our faith. In those moments, we are called to remember that God is our shield and our strength, that He will give us the courage, the wisdom, and that inner strength to face any challenge. That in the end, it is not our wits, our resources, or any other thing, but the Lord who saves us, who protects us and guides us. And so we are called to that absolute trust in that God of the unexpected, that God who comes to our rescue. That's perhaps what the Pharisees in the gospel failed to recognize. This God of surprises, who comes to us in, as St. Teresa of Calcutta used to say, in unexpected disguises, who is there and who we are called to recognize when he enters our life and respond to his word. Jesus is rarely described as angry in the scriptures. But when the scriptures describe him as angry or upset, it is in the face of hypocrisy and lack of faith. We are called to remember that not only is God our shield and our strength, but to that ability to witness and feel his presence in our lives, in the people and in the circumstances of our lives, and to listen to his word and find strength and courage in him.